Hey there, everybody. So, as Facebook builds our audience, and I know it's, almost 1 o'clock on Thursday. I don't know who's going to watch.
Thursday.
Yeah, but I am here. Your host.
I'm here.
Stop.
But I'm here.
Your host, Myki Angeline, visualist, motivational speaker, podcast philanthropist, blogger on Medium.com is the bad Filipino. And I'm here with one of my bestest friends ever. Wait, what are you going by today?
Oh, this is going to be Corey.
Okay, this is my good friend Corey.
Hi.
We just got out of the theater at Century Theaters here.
We did.
Off Greenback in 80. Hi, Trish. Thanks for joining. We just watched the eighth installment of Fast and Furious. So understand that there's going to be spoilers, and I put that in the top. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, don't watch this. Which I almost feel like, I don't know if anyone's going to watch it, but whatever. So it's called The Fate of the Furious.
The Fate of the Furious.
What's up, Diane? And
supposedly we're finding out the fate.
The Fate of the Furious.
Yes.
Now, let's go into this and let's make sure you all understand that none of this is real. Because this guy, this motherfucker, how is that happening? How are they getting gas in that? Why, how is that happening? And I'm looking at him like, you're bitching about this. Like, you think any of this actually happened. The whole point of this movie is to have a fantasy of things you wish could happen but would never fucking ever happen ever. So let's just get that out of the way.
That's been all of the Furiouses.
Yes, all of them.
All of them.
And every time.
And I enjoy it.
Yes, I laugh.
I ask the question and then I laugh at the answer that they give me as the car comes flying out of a fiery ball of flame going, that would never happen.
And then the character jumping out of it and nothing happening to the character, because that would never happen.
It's like flashbacks of 80s G.I. Joe.
Everybody's
shooting, nobody's hitting anything, yet the thing blows up, and 3 seconds before it blows up, everybody jumps out. I'm like,
yeah, that's
how did you time that so perfectly?
And that's Star Wars 4, 5, and 6.
Hey,
so,
there you go.
And so every time, now if you've watched the Fast and the Furious movies and you enjoy them like I do, because these are the movies for guys who like movies. These are
and things that blow up.
Dude movies, which I love, and it's about fast cars. We're in my car, which I've had for 11 years. It's a stick shift. I'm telling you, okay, we're going to get into the other part. So, every time I think that they can't do something different with cars that's going to either impress me and or make me go, oh, and make me go, God damn, that was awesome, they do.
They do. They did.
Didn't they?
They actually used quite a few select cars that I would not have thought there was even a reason to have them in the movie. And I was just like, okay, you're going to choose that car. Okay, great. Okay.
So the premise of this... Oh, Eric! Thank you for watching. Now, spoilers. So the premise of this... Okay, so the characters we have, of course, Vin Diesel as Dom, returns. Jason Statham returns as Deckard.
Who's amazing.
Yes. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, of course, as Hobbs. Michelle Rodriguez as Letty. Tyrese Gibson, the mouthy, shut the fuck up, Roman. Ludacris is it Tay?
Yeah.
Tay Parker.
Tej.
Tej?
Yeah, they basically say Tej.
Kurt Russell returns as Mr. Nobody. Nathan Emmanuel Ramsey, the other little nerd. Now the new characters, Charlize Theron as Cypher. Oh.
Yeah.
She's so awesome as a bad guy.
Charlize Theron can really do no wrong at this point. She has really leveled herself off, not just in this film, but over her career as being her generation's coming up, like, actual star in Hollywood.
Everything she does.
Yeah, she does everything well. She acts well, she does action well,
yes.
She does a fake, CGI magic stuff well. She does everything that she has tackled well.
Yes, and she's awesome in this movie as the bad guy. Girl.
Yeah.
Why always say the bad person?
It's always the good thing when the bad person, you really want them to die.
Oh, we wanted her, ripped to
I really
shreds.
specifically said she
Slade.
needs to die a horrible death. And guess what they did?
No, we're not. That's the ending of the movie. So they brought back Elsa Pataki.
Uh-huh.
She is Elena from, I think, the fourth one.
Yeah,
or the fifth one.
Fourth or fifth one.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, because she ends up getting in one of the earlier movies, she's the character that got into the relationship with Dom when he thought Letty was gone, when he thought Letty was dead. So that character, she's back. And then they have new characters, which it won't matter if I tell you.
Yeah, they don't matter.
So, basically, with this movie, and here comes spoilers. It's Dom and Letty are on their honeymoon in Cuba. They actually, I mean, I guess the honeymoon that they never got to take because they've been married.
Right, but because at the end of the last one they did that. A more closely related to taking on the audience's minds towards that's what was going to happen. Yeah,
that's true. And so they're in Cuba. And that's where enters, and we'll do the little scenes after, but that's where enters Charlize Theron's character, that she has been targeting Dom for quite some time because she wants to acquire him for a very important job. And what they do is they give him a phone, and she says, I know you're going to work for me because of this. And he's looking at this phone, and you see the look on his face, and there's something she's got that she's recorded that he's seeing that because of it causes him to turn his back on his family
and friends
to work for her. That they take until
the key to his character, because from the beginning it's always been about family with Dom. So
family and so it isn't even until probably half an hour, maybe 45 minutes into the film that you find out why
he's willing to do that.
I thought they would take longer, but it made sense that they didn't.
Yeah, it did. Everything made sense.
And the spoiler with it is it turns out that character that they brought back, Elena, got pregnant. And
there you go.
Yeah, and Dom had a son that he didn't know about. And Cypher, we'll just say Cypher, her character kidnaps both the ex-lover and the son. And basically because of that, Dom turns on his family. And it's this whole espionage thing of her stealing important items to be able to launch nuclear missiles.
So to have leverage.
To have leverage.
I mean, you understand her character. She wants to have leverage over the government, basically. Hi,
Johnny.
Hey, it's Johnny. Hi, Johnny. Do I know Johnny?
He says hi, Corey.
I do. Hey.
I love you, Corey.
See?
I-L-W.
See?
Or Y. God, I can spell. I-L-Y.
At the Y.
I-L-Y.
It's like I can't even see the picture. It's so small. We're looking at a very small screen.
And there's a heart. Thank you, Johnny, for
that heart. Oh, cute.
Okay, so going back to it. Leverage.
Yeah, leverage over the government. I mean, obviously taking it too far, but leverage over the government for keeping them accountable.
Correct. And she's diabolical, and she literally is so unfeeling. Okay.
She's the ultimate hacker. If anybody has relations to Arrow, she is she's the ultimate watchtower.
Ultimate. And this movie actually, it has some interesting diabolical twists because it involves deception. So when Dom does what he does, we know as the audience why he's doing it. His family does not. So now enters the plot of, do we trust him? Do we really know Dom? What has happened? Because the Mr. Nobody and his crew and they bring back Dwayne. They're ready to drop him. They'll take him out and drop him. But the family's like, you do that, you take me. So they put that element in. They put the element of family and a baby, a life. I mean, Charlize Theron would probably step on that baby's head and not think twice about it. Literally, the way that they wrote this flick.
She was very
heartless,
committed,
very committed and heartless. Cares about nobody but herself.
But it's always saying it's all about choices, and I'm like, yeah, but once you lock somebody into, it's either this or this. It's only so many ways one can go.
This is very true.
She's limiting their choices.
Yeah, so it's really cool because they're hovering forever, about 90% of this film in a plane.
Yeah.
Right?
Plane.
Which you're like, how are they getting gas? It's like, dude, planes come and fuel in flight. That's a waste of film. They're not going to show that.
But
you bitching about how they run it. Why do we care about a plane and gas?
But this is not just a plane. This is one of them huge Havercroffer things that has a docking bay.
It's huge.
And
it's kind of like
a subunit and then
like
a conference
Shield.
room. Yeah, it's very much
like Shield.
This plane was freaking huge, and they were in the air the whole movie. And I'm like, where is this bitch fueling? Because they went from
Cuba
went to Germany,
to New York to Germany to fucking Russia to Iceland.
I was like, who's fueling this bitch?
It was crazy. So
Did they ever land? No, she touched down once, like for half a second, to let a car in,
to
and
let
then
Dom
took off.
drive up on the plane and fly away. Cool motherfucking shit. I'm telling you what, this is the kind of movie that makes guys' testosterone just shoot through the roof.
Yeah. Oh, and the fight scenes were
really awesome.
Nice. Some really nice parkour. Some really nice.
I mean, the very first scene with the car.
Yeah.
The car. There's a race. There's always got to be a race.
There's always a race.
Is in the most unimaginable situation in car you can imagine in Cuba. Like, no joke. And like, I don't want to blow any of that because you don't want to blow that stuff. You need to see that part. We just blew the spoiler about Dom having a son. Oh, did you just cut in on this video? Because you just discovered that. So, yes. Hi, Christina. Thanks for joining. So, yeah. So, that spoiler put out there. I don't want to spoil how awesome the car chase scenes were because you need to see those. I mean, the only bummer part, I think, about seeing a movie at 10 o'clock in the morning because he's got a meeting he's got to, like, leave for in a few, and I've got responsibilities myself, is that...
Responsibilities.
Yeah, it's adulting.
Choices.
The only bummer about seeing a film of this magnitude in a theater at 10 o'clock is there's no audience to bounce it off of. Because, except for, like, there was this old lady and this guy.
And she was thoroughly intrigued. It was ridiculous. She's sitting there the whole time just like...
Like, I didn't even think she watched the first 7 movies. I was really intrigued as to why she was in the theater. I thought maybe she was running from somebody or she was planted. I don't know.
Truly hilarious.
But the thing is you can tell that the jokes that are put in the film are designed for an audience response, which was just him and I.
Pretty much.
Him and I going, oh! Him and I going, ah! Like him and I.
There was like 2 people who came in behind us, like later on.
And they were hella quiet.
Yeah, they were.
So that's one of the things I love about going to a flick with a lot of action is being in a reasonably full theater to get that experience.
Mm-hmm.
The car chase scenes are awesome. They go to levels that they didn't go in the first 7.
That was the other thing. For me, I felt like this movie, even if you had not seen 1 through 7, it was kind of encapsulated. It did flash back a little bit to some other stuff. It flashed back.
It did.
But it flashed back giving you the information as opposed to flashing back and expecting the audience to already know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It really made it its own movie. It was able to stand alone on its own without too much interference.
Oh my God, and let me add this in. For those of you who love Hawaiian culture, Samoan culture, because you know Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
He's going to throw it in there wherever he can.
Island Descent. In the very beginning of it, he's coaching his daughter's soccer team, who are what?
Great scene.
They're like 11, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like little league soccer team.
Yeah, Little League. And so, seriously, the scene is so awesome. And this is going to be a spoiler, so watch out. Right as it's about to start, so the teams are kind of facing off, they do this amazing, and I just watched these. Sharon, she's probably not watching this now, but she shared these videos with me. It's called Haka, which is Haka, and it's a form of ritual warrior dance. Because there were these Hakas that Sharon was sharing with me of wedding parties who do it for the all the men came out to do it for the bridal party, and the husband is doing it back as like and all that shit, right?
Yeah,
total warrior dance. And Dwayne taught his soccer team to do the dance.
Like 3 lines of like these young little girls
with
who were
stern faces,
straight up
just
hitting it hard.
And the camera,
full arms and things, and they were just going
and they're chanting, and the camera's going back and forth between them and the other team that they have to beat, and the girls are just like pissing themselves.
I mean, and of course they're showing the difference. They're the red dragons, and these are like the pink butterflies.
They were the pink butterflies. They were in this pastel pink was their uniforms, and they were little Barbie girls.
The dragons got these faces where they're going.
They're warriors.
Full
awesome.
warrior faces, and
fucking
the pink butterflies are looking like, oh my God, Buffy just peed her pants.
Actually, you know what? That is the element that they really hit home with this movie was not only family but children.
Because, that was a big yes.
Because
it was a huge thing.
Rock's character, which is
the others.
What's his Rock's character?
You
have it in your hands.
I do,
and
it's right there. It's right there. Oh,
that's not his character
jumped.
name.
I pressed it accidentally.
Hobbs. You know, his whole focus is his daughter, and being the coach of the team.
Daddy.
And then, of course, the spoiler with, hi, Tammy. The spoiler
Tammy.
with Dom discovering he has a son. And the baby is, what is he, like 6 months old?
Probably.
8 months old, maybe?
Just about.
Not even that. Probably 6 months old. There's a scene towards the end of it that's so...
Baby's so cute, by the way.
Comical in a very...
Comically cute.
In a very violent situation.
Best baby pick for a movie I've seen in a long time.
The baby is not in danger. I'll definitely tell you that. Oh yeah,
kid,
beautiful baby.
Totally responsible.
But Jason,
there was a few
Jason
moments I thought
Statham,
were CGI, but
yeah, you know it was CGI. Jason
Yeah.
Statham's character is the one that's basically he's the one that's involved in the scene with the baby while he's
Fantastic.
killing people. And
The
that's
best
all I'm
one
gonna
is-
say.
The best one is the smashing. Of
Oh,
the head.
with the music in the background.
And the
It-
baby's just like,
Oh, you're watching this scene, and it can and it combines both a cute little baby with a man
God.
being mutilated.
cute. Oh, it just flashed back
It was
to
awesome.
Doctor Strange. It reminded me of the cape bashing the dude in the background.
Didn't see it.
Oh my God.
Good.
For those of you who know, you need to see just that moment. Just that moment of Doctor Strange was absolutely
So
hilarious.
definitely this of the 8th installment, and it leaves it open to a possibly another fucking movie. Even as I crossed my eyes, and I actually loved this.
Yeah, no, I mean it.
And you're the thespian, so you're the one in theater, you're the one and all that.
There's
You
a lot
look
of
at it
people,
from that point.
Yeah, a lot of people have their opinions about whether or not this series is good or not. I feel like they have rounded it out. They've kept the story relevant to the characters and also relevant to what's going on now. And wrapping it around, it all works. They bring it back together. You find out more background on what was going on in 1 through 7 that you didn't know.
This is true.
So, and I hear that the next one, they're even, another spoiler, they're bringing back,
Brian?
no,
'cause
Han.
Oh, who's Han?
Han's the
You know I suck at the names.
The Asian actor who
Asian
died
actor.
in the other one.
Yes.
Who also died with Wonder Woman. What's her name? Pat.
Yes, the actress that plays Wonder Woman. That movie's coming out. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, I know that's gonna be good. But there's somehow, I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know whether he is actually alive or whether they're doing it in flashbacks. But somehow
They're bringing it
supposedly
back.
he's in the
Interesting.
next movie.
Okay.
But who knows? We'll never know until we see it.
Yeah. So overall, what would you rate this movie?
I would rate this movie A. Or I mean, what are we
Like,
doing stars?
how many out of 10 recommend?
Out of 10? I would say a 9.
Okay.
I'm not about a 10. I think you have to like really blow my mind to get a 10.
I would give it an 8 out of 10 recommend, only because it definitely is for a limited audience. You have to be into fast cars, hot women, and loads of testosterone.
Yes, loads of testosterone.
Which is my thing.
But I feel like
these are my fantasy movies. I think there was never a moment where I was bored. There was never a moment where I was like, hurry the script up already. And there wasn't even a moment when I thought, this is way too much action, which some movies do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, any movie after the first Transformers is too much action. That wasn't the case in this movie. It did have a lot of feels. It had a lot of, like I said, deception, like the thought of deception. Do you trust your family? Do you go with your gut instinct?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of family, babies, children, just that level that you didn't expect in the first 7. So,
yeah, totally agree.
So
Yeah.
definitely go see it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully the spoilers didn't piss you off. And it's Thursday. Stand on your chair.
There you
You can see the weekend from there. That's Myki and Corey with our review of The Fate of the Furious. Take care.